Claude and HigglesField have changed how I make social media content. These posts took minutes to create, not hours. And they bring me thousands of likes, messages, and leads for my business. Most people are still doing it the hard way. Or worse, they're pumping out the same template everyone can spot a mile away. So today I'm going to run you through how you can create carousel posts that look like nothing else on the internet. So by the end, you'll have the whole system and a month's worth of content. Let's go. Before I break anything down, this is what we're making today. My content, my brand, custom visuals, built entirely with Claude and HigglesField. I'm going to show you every step. But first you need to understand what Claude actually is, because this is not just another AI tool. So Claude Chat is what most people know, but it does way more than you think. It creates actual files, HTML pages, PDF documents, and it connects to your Google Drive. It connects to all your tools. And you can build something called skills. A skill is a set of instructions Claude remembers every time. You write it once and Claude remembers it forever. This one feature is doing most of the heavy lifting in this video. So why does this matter for social media? Claude is not an image generator. It's not designed to make pretty pictures. Claude understands context. When I tell Claude to build a carousel from an X post, it doesn't just copy the text onto the slides. It reads the whole post, it pulls out the strongest ideas, and it rebuilds them for carousel format. It knows slide 1 has to stop the scroll. It knows the hook image and the hook line carry the entire post. And it knows the final slide needs to have a CTA. Image generators see pixels. Claude understands what the post is actually for, and that's the difference. So why carousels? Because right now they're the strongest engagement format on Instagram and TikTok. And if you add music, it gets pushed to Reels feed. So Reels find people and carousels convert them. Now you will need a Claude subscription. That's going to be the brains behind this whole operation, and a HigglesField subscription. That's for image generation. Everything else, the skill, the scheduling, can all be done for free. We're going to run through 3 levels. Level 1, one prompt and a finished carousel. Level 2, how to create your own visual style. And level 3, how to fully automate this whole process. Right, level 1. The first carousel is super simple. It's just one prompt, and I'm going to show you the exact prompt so you can copy it. So at level 1, I'm just going to take one of my X posts, but this could be anything, a PDF, a web page, a YouTube script. The skill file is going to do all the work of pulling out the best fits. Just going to copy that, and I'm going to ask Claude to create me a carousel using the information above. Super simple. The skill file is going to do all of the work pulling out the best bits. I'll show you where to download the skill file later. Going to ask Claude to create me a carousel based on all the information above. Super simple. So while it runs, the skill is telling Claude how carousel actually works. Slide 1 is the hook, it has to stop the scroll. The middle slide needs to build tension, and there has to be a payoff. The last slide has to have a CTA. You can see here it's loaded the skill file. Claude is reading my X post and mapping the strongest ideas that fit onto that structure. Then it's going to generate the images, and this will take a while, so I will come back once this is all done. And it's done. Look at this. One prompt and it's picked out the most important parts. It builds tension. It has a payoff. I love this style. This will do really well for a tech brand. Now you could stop right there and just post this manually, but stick around to the end. By level 3, you won't even need to do that. This information is useful to you, hit the like button. It genuinely helps the video reach more people. And if you want the exact skill file, the one I just ran, plus the setup instructions, I'll leave a link in the description. It takes 2 minutes to install. It's super easy. But there is a problem with what you just saw. Those visuals are the defaults I've set up in the skill. And if you ship defaults, you're going to start to look like everyone else. So level 2 fixes that. Level 2 is where you build your own brand and your own style. It's 3 steps. The brand system, finding your visual style, and saving that style to Claude so it never forgets it. Now, if you go over to Claude and you go to Claude AI/design, you can create a full brand system here. Go over to mine. This is my full brand system, which Claude actually helped me build. So you can see we've got color palettes here, components, textiles. Now, anytime Claude creates anything for me, it references this document, and that's what keeps every post consistent. and consistency is what makes my brand recognizable. If you want a full video on building a brand with AI, just tell me in the comments. That's a whole other video. So secondly, and this changes everything, we're going to find your own visual style. Don't over rely on the skills defaults. Go find a style that actually fits you. So if we look at Instagram, if we go to Jordan Lee and have a look at his grid, you can see it's very natural, personal brand kind of style, heavy on writing. Whereas if we go to Chase AI, it's a completely different style. More vibrant, more tech, sitting down by his computer, stats, less text. Both works, just completely different kinds of brands. The main thing is they're both consistent. Pinterest is a great place to look and find inspiration too, and you're not stealing anyone's content, you're identifying a visual direction. There's loads of different examples on here. Got moody and cinematic, or clean and minimal, illustrated, whatever you want. Just pick a lane. Third step, and this is the payoff for level 2, you save that direction into the skill farm. So I'm just going to copy one here. Now Claude remembers your style every single time. You never have to re-explain it, and that's the difference between using AI and building a system. So now Claude knows your brand and your style. There's one thing missing: the actual visuals. Claude understands context, but it doesn't generate the images. That's HigglesField's job. And custom visuals are the reason your carousels won't look like anyone else's on the internet. To add HigglesField, you just go over to HigglesField, set up your subscription, then you come over to MCP and CLI over here. You copy this, you go to customize, connectors, add new connector, and paste it in here and give it a name. You can see I've already added it earlier. Now, level 3. This is where I stopped doing anything manually, including the posting. So I've made and batched a bunch of carousels with my style, my brand colors, custom images. I've got weeks worth of carousels now. And after a month, I'll have my own library that I can just keep reusing. Just want to pick out the winners and then recycle them. And this is where Claude separates itself completely from image generators. It's not seeing pictures, it's understanding narratives. It's matching images and visual energy to the content. So at this point, you've got finished carousels and you've got a choice. You can download them and post them yourself. That works. I did it that way for months. Or you can ask Claude to send the approved carousels straight to ViewsMax. ViewsMax will schedule it for you and post it to every platform. And the difference between those two paths isn't just effort. This posted 400,000 views, thousands of comments, but if you asked me how much money it actually made my business, I couldn't tell you. Not roughly, not at all. I was creating at scale and flying completely blind at this time. And views are not a business, sales and revenue are a business. And most creators have no idea which post actually sells. Now with ViewsMax, you can actually track which posts are driving real revenue. It gives you much more clarity on your business and on your content and what's actually working. And you can run this system yourself totally for free. It's an open source project. Now, everything from today, the skill file, the setup instructions, all in the description below. So now you can go from a link, a PDF, or a script to branded custom visual carousels in minutes, posted automatically with proof of what's actually driving views, business results, sales, and revenue. Now, one thing before you go and test this, it's taken me hours to build these scripts and frameworks behind these prompts. The system is good and it is fast, but if you copy paste generic content, that's AI slop. If you feed it real input, your own content, it makes you more consistent and more you, and that's better for your whole brand. And that's the point of all of this. But carousel is only one format. Your video scripts, your shorts, your posts, your newsletter, that's the other 90% of this. And I built the system for that too. That's the next video coming up after this one. And when you pair that with this, your results are going to be explosive. Now go out and build something, and I'll see you in the next one.